Kathy here. I want to talk about mental health. So I've been having insomnia since before pandemic. At that time, I was working an overseas project at nights, so we had to work during the evenings and my brain just couldn't slow down. And I thought that was just temporary, but a couple weeks went by, maybe like a month or two went by, and I just couldn't sleep and I was miserable. And I always knew that I was a bit anxious. I worry a lot. I have incessant thoughts. I didn't know that I had a mental problem until I had a panic attack in 2020. I think the panic attack was caused by poor diet and also lack of sleep. So I started to try to fix the problem. I tried walking, I tried getting in the sun, getting more vitamin D, exercising, changing my nutrition to be more healthy, psychiatrists, what else? Supplements, of course. I tried melatonin, didn't work. I basically tried everything. And last March, it got really bad. I was very anxious going to bed every night and I had to cry for 1 hour straight. Last March, when that happened, I was really at my wit's end. I know there's an option of sleeping pill, but I've seen my grandpa doing it for quite some years before he passed away, and I did not want to take that path. So I started meditating. Right now, the anxiety and the insomnia have not completely vanished, though they are manageable, which I'm really happy about and so grateful. And now that I have more awareness and presence, I start to observe my thoughts. Boy, are they vicious. You know, these thoughts, they're not only vicious towards others, they were very vicious towards myself. And when I have these negative thoughts, I would feel unsafe, scared, small, unimportant, and my stomach gets very nauseous. And I've been having stomach problems since 2004. And today, I want to discuss, is my thought true? This is something that came to me during meditation, and I want to share with all of you. Going back to one of the feelings that I had when I have negative thoughts is feeling unsafe. I've always felt unsafe. No matter it was a new environment that I went to, a new country, or strangers that I'm meeting for the first time, I've always felt unsafe. My body tenses up, my stomach churns. And some would say that, it goes back to childhood where I wasn't given a safe environment. I was put into a boarding school at the age of 2. My parents, because they had to work and, juggle a lot, they thought at that moment the best choice was to put me in a kindergarten, boarding school, 5 days a week, and I go home on the weekends, which was what a lot of parents did back in the days in China. And I did feel abandoned and unloved by my parents for all these years. And this feeling of insecurity kept me vigilant for all these years, which I am grateful for because I'm always so cautious. However, it's also taking a toll on my mental health and my physical health. So when I had that thought during meditation, is my thought true? I started asking myself, when I was 2 in the kindergarten, was I really put in a dangerous situation? Was I really unsafe? Was it? Well, it was a good kindergarten. There were a bunch of kids who were put there with me together by their parents. We had good teachers. We had good food, we had good shelter, we were playing, we were learning. We were dorming together. It was a normal childhood upbringing, except what I put on is a tinted version of, oh, I was put there because my parents abandoned me in this unsafe place. That was the story that I made up, right? Yeah, it was the story that I made up. Some kids had the best time of their lives in the kindergarten. They made so many friends, you know, they got to perform and, you know, yada yada. But to me, it was miserable. It was me projecting danger to this place so that I see it as a dangerous place. And right now, I'm sitting in my home. I have a shelter, I have a roof over my head. It's safe. My body is still tense because that's what it's used to. It's here to protect us, right? It's here to stay vigilant, to keep us from danger. So I keep reminding myself over and over again that, hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm encouraging you to have the curiosity to question our thoughts. Really, is it true? Is it true? Or is it just my own projection that's putting a filter onto what I see? Is it true? Once we can see there is a possibility of options, things open up. There's more space in our thoughts. There's more presence in our thoughts.